What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. Today, we are going to be doing all of my trading recap for SPY. I'm going to be breaking down all the trades we took in the Discord. I usually do these a little bit later in the day, but we have the Trading Wars seminar later at 1. So I just want to make sure that I get this done and get you guys the education you need. All right. So if you're ready, let's step into the war zone. So first and foremost, thank you for being here. I know it's a little bit early, but this is the only time I could squeeze it in today. So let's do this. Let me hit the bar replay. Shout out to Redneck, Luca, Adriana, Blastoise. What's going on? Okay. So we're going to start with Friday, and we're going to work our way backwards. And then I'm going to show you all the call outs, talk to you about the trading psychology, everything that was going through my mind. So as always, you want to draw the previous day's low and high, so you get an idea of where we are opening. Okay. So the first thing that happened here, guys, on the 3-minute chart. So I went for an opening range breakout. Oops, I went too fast. Replay. Went for an opening range breakout. And normally I don't go for opening range breakouts with the inside opens. I don't usually do that. But the reason that I did that was because of the doji. You see how we had a long wick on both sides? So that was giving me a little hint of indecision. So that's the reason why I played this opening range breakout. So let's go to the commentary. Let me just show you guys everything, okay? So we went short. I'm going to try the 3-minute orb today. Are you ready? So we went short right off the bat, 9:33 a.m. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw the fib. So what I do here, guys, is I like to put the Fibonacci on the candle that I'm using for the orb. And then I'm looking for this, the 272. Okay, that's going to be my first target. Then the 50, and then like all the way down. I'm going to be looking to layer out the position, because when you have a lot of size, you need to get out in a uniform way. Okay, so that way you get filled properly, etc. So here we go. Boom. So we went back all the way down to the 618. Within 3 minutes, it was very quick. So let me go to the 1-minute chart so you could see this closely. All right. So here it is, guys. So we broke down, we hit the targets on the way down, and then we flipped. So once we flipped here, guys, I covered the position because as we go down, I trail. Okay. I use a trailing stop, and then we got out of this one. But this was the big money play of the day. When I saw how powerful that this bull algo, you see how powerful these two candles are? Hit me with a 1 if you see the power in that candle. Like there's a big long hammer and then a big bullish bar. Hit me with a 1 if you see that. So once I saw that, guys, and it wasn't just the candle, but it was also how quickly it turned. I immediately flipped all of my bias to the bullish side, okay? Because it was so fast that I knew there was an algorithm there, all right? So we made a new high. So once we had this high right here, what I did was I took the Fibonacci from the low to the high, and I had a resting order on the 618. So I'm always looking to get in on the 618 because the 618 gives you the best risk to reward. Okay. So I came here on the 618. I was waiting, had a limit order. We came, boom, 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 got filled. Okay. So I got filled there. I was feeling a little bit nicely. We had that pop up. Stop loss is the low of the day. Okay. And let me just show everybody here. So morning leg Fibonacci. So gonna try long here. Now stop low of the day. That was 9:39. And then you could see the chart at the time. And then I put the targets out there. And then this was the one that really, really took off. So you'll see. So we started putting in these wicks. Then we start to turn the corner. So I scaled out a little bit here on this 382 line. Then we popped again. And this outside bar was when I knew that we were in good shape. So once I had this outside bar, put the stop loss to break even so I don't lose anything, guys. And then we started to squeeze. So let me hit auto here and you're going to see the full picture. We started to squeeze. Boom, 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 boom. And let me just fast forward. Boom. So there we go, guys. So our entry was all the way back here. Boom. So the 618 right there, guys, took us into the close. It was a beautiful play. Hit me with a 5 if you're following me right there. Hit me with a 5 if that makes sense. So basically, once I saw that bull was so strong right here. I just waited for that dip buy, caught it on the 618. I went down to the 1 minute because it was so fast, and we took that. Okay. And then there was also some other plays in the room. One of them here was this inside bar. So if you missed everything, guys, you could have still taken this inside bar. So this inside bar, you'll see this one came up here, 5-minute inside bar. And I said, you can also play this one, but I'm already long. Okay, so I was already long, so I didn't add any more to the inside bar. But if you missed everything, you could have still just taken this inside bar. Once it broke the high, you went long. That was a big winner as well. And then later in the day, we have one more play here, which was this Fibonacci 618. Same play as you see on the 1-minute chart, but it also happened on the 5-minute chart. And that's the old saying that I have in trading: as above, so below. Like what's happening on the higher time frames also happening on the lower time frames. And the reason is because it's all robotic trading. So there's robots that are on the 1 minute, they're on the 5, but they're basically executing the same patterns. All right. So that was Friday. No losers. Very good day. Hit me with a 9 if you followed me for Friday. We'll move on to Thursday. So it was really, 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 really good. Made a lot of money, 8,000 something. Very, very good. Took the fib play all the way for 250% from the first leg. Congrats, bro. That's great. That's what I like to hear. All right. So now let's go to Thursday. Okay. So same thing. We're going to draw the previous day's high and low. Like this. Okay. And the first candle, boom, we open inside. Okay. So let me go ahead and get the commentary here. I'm going to go back up. Okay. So follow my thought process here. So the one more thing we need is the trigger. So the trigger was 434.59. So that was the level that I wanted to go long above. So I always have triggers, and especially when we open inside, I love looking at the trigger if I'm not already in a position. So 434.59 was our long trigger. Okay. So here we go. 59. There we go. Okay. So back to the lounge. So this is my thought process. We're opening inside today, which is expected after a big run yesterday. And that was you see, we had the V bottom yesterday on Wednesday. Okay. This was the FOMC, blah, blah, blah. We had the big V bottom. So I was expecting a little bit of choppiness right away. So today could very well be a digestion day after FOMC. So let's be careful. Trigger long is right above us. I'm going to pass on the orb, but I'm keeping eyes on the trigger. And then we took the trigger long at 9:45. So I didn't take the orb here because I was just trying to be cautious after the FOMC, because sometimes those days can be very choppy. So right there, boom, boom, there's our fill. Okay. So we got filled right there, guys. And I actually took profits extremely quickly on this one, right near the previous day's high. I didn't even wait because I think that was a little bit of a mistake that I did, but I just wanted to lock in profits because at this point I was like 6 trades in a row green. So I didn't get the full profit here, and then it started to squeeze without me. So that one was a little bit sad, but I did come back here with the same play. I took the Fibonacci from the low to the high, and I went here on the 618, and the 618 lined up with my trigger. So I knew that that was powerful. Because my trigger is based on the average true range and the fib, and then we have the midday fib, the morning leg. So I saw a confluence here, so I was very comfortable taking this play. So we came down, boom, there's a 618. I took a little bit of heat on this, guys, and then it started to turn. It took a little bit of time for this one to go through, but it did go through, and we had a beautiful, beautiful pop hitting targets. And then you could see we took that fib. So that fib, I actually posted it in the lounge, and I posted it on Twitter because I wanted to, I just wanted to remind everybody that I trade every single day. And, like the way that I grew my channel was through free callouts. It was. So I just want to remind everybody about that. I feel like sometimes people forget, but I used to give all my trades for free on Twitter. So let me just show, here we go. So this was it right here. So I called it out on Twitter. 786 Fibonacci algo dip buyer is here to play. I'm long. Stops at break even. No need to play with your food. Good luck. So that was the same play you see here. And then we had a huge, huge run. All right. So that was it for Thursday. Hit me with the 7 if you followed me there. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when you take these plays, you got to be robotic. You just have to take them. You can't have emotions. You cannot have emotions with these trades. You have to be robotic. Okay. All right. So now let's continue. So this was the FOMC day. So obviously there was a lot of tension, right? Because everybody was wondering what was going to happen. But we always stick to the price action. We don't care about the news because we know we can't control it. So the first thing that we did, let's scroll up. So good morning, FOMC today with the announcement in the afternoon. We are up profits on the week, so no need to force any trades today. FOMC is always a gamble. I will look at the price action at the open to see if anything stands out, but we need to be careful. So I was worried at the open, but you could see here that I saw that we had a nice gap up, so I wanted to take the orb. So all right, friends, let's start with the orb, small size. If the orb chops, we could see a lot of sideways action. Who's ready? We went long at 934. Okay. So let's go right here. Boom. There's your first 3-minute bar. Okay. There's your gap up. There's your money. Done. So literally, that's 2 times your bar right there, guys. Even more on the plate right there. So that was my main play right there. Just took that orb and made money. So let's go back to the 5 now. And you could see also the 5-minute opening range breakout was really, really, really good. And then the last thing that we did, guys, so I took that orb. I thought I was done for the day, but I did double dip in here. And you could see that I ended up taking this trigger long. So the trigger came in at 231. So let me show you that one too. I double dipped because it was just too good. 426 was the long play. So here we go. So let me just draw another line here for the trigger. So 426 right here. Okay. So you'll see this now. So the orb went well. We had another Fibonacci leg right here from low to high. You could see another 618 winner. This week was all about the 618. Always, always, always. This whole week was about the 618. All right. And then you'll see we started to consolidate. Then the news came in, the FOMC, blah, 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 you know, how they like to run it up and down. So we started to take a dive. And right here, guys, boom, we got filled. And it did look a little bit scary at the time. Hit me with a 3 if you would feel a little bit scared about going long there. Hit me with a 3. And so when it was coming down pretty hard, but it was like, hey, we already made good money on the orb. We locked our profits in. We had a 618. Okay, let's try this one, small size, because it's lining up with the previous day's high. 426 is an even round number. Looks like a good play, right? So here we go, guys. We started to pick up steam. Boom, 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 boom. Inside bar here. Okay, if you missed that, you could take the inside and another one there, and then that completes the V bottom. So that was probably one of the best trades that I took in a long time in terms of like immediate squeeze. You won't see this type of price action unless it's some type of news event. So this V bottom here, guys, this can only happen in like news driven environments, FOMC, things like that. It usually doesn't go vertical like that. So got a little bit, got lucky in a sense, but also sticking to the plan. So the plan is the trigger. We waited for the trigger and we took the trigger. Okay. Hit me with the 2 if you followed me there. So the triggers are posted every single day, guys. This one is like really for beginners. And it's like I always add these to my trades. This is like putting the icing on the cake, right? And it's great for beginners because you could say, hey, Rich says long 426, short 419.26. I'm just going to wait for those 2 levels and see what happens. Or I'm going to put an automated trade. I'm going to go to work and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to paper trade it 100 times to see what happens. That's probably the easiest way to get involved in the stock market, right? The trading plan posted the night before, you set it in the broker, you set your alerts and you walk away. You don't have to read anything. You don't have to look at an orb. You don't have to look at fibs. And I always recommend people start off with what you can handle, you know, and then keep adding tools to your toolkit as you progress. All right. So that was a nice one right there. And then we had here, this is Tuesday. Okay. So I'm going to hit the replay. And I'll walk you guys through that. Boom. All right. Okay. So same thing. We're going to draw the previous day's low and the previous day's high, which is right here. Okay. So the first thing that happens here, guys, is we have an inside open, like literally in the middle. So that one is a no-no for an opening range breakout. I will not take an opening range breakout in the middle of the range. It's really tough to make money because usually you're going to go a little bit of sideways, up and down, because nobody is in control in the middle of the range. Okay. So here we go. So we got to go back up here. So set to be another inside open today. We need to be careful. Could be lots of chop and option premium killing. Let's size down today. No need to force anything. We need patience. Okay. So the first thing that I ended up taking here, guys, was a 3-minute inside bar setup. So you're going to see that. So I went short at 9:36 and we hit all the targets on the way down. So this was a nice one. So I got to go back to 3. Okay. So we got this pattern here. So I was just basically looking for some type of entry with a tight risk to reward, because that's the best way to make money, right? And you could see here, we had a very tiny inside bar. So the game plan is this: when you have a nice inside bar like this, put your 2 lines, boom, that's your low and that's your high. So if you don't know which direction to go until it breaks. So when this candle is about to close, about 30 seconds before it closes, you put your order in to short below the low and long above the high. And you can see here, boom, we broke the low right there. And then we made a new low of the day. That was my main target. And we flushed. So beautiful. So that was beautiful, guys. So that was my only play on that day. You could also see there was a 5-minute inside bar. And then we started to reverse. Boom. Okay. But that's why I covered, because this is what I'm expecting on an inside day. Chop, 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 chop. And then like finally figure out where it wants to go. But that doesn't mean you still can't make money. All right. Hit me with a 1 if you followed me there. Okay. And then we're going to go to Monday. So Monday was the 14th. The replay. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So no losers. I mean, I am really stressed out. Like taking these trades is really stressful because it's hard to, when you have people dependent on you for calls, but I'm getting better over time. Before I wasn't that good under pressure when I was younger, but now I understand that it's not about me. It's about taking the setups. The setups will do its thing. If it wins or lose, that's out of my control. And when we have great weeks like this, you got to make sure you bank as much as you can, because you don't get perfect weeks that often. And I've had 2 perfect weeks this year, which is crazy. So I don't want to get too cocky. Just take my time and keep trading what's in front of me. So here we go. So Monday, we got the short trigger and we went short. Okay. And we did Friday low broken, cover. So we just did another trigger trade here. So let me pull that one up for Monday, which is here. So the short was 420.45. Okay. So let me go here. 420.45. So I remember this trade. It was a little bit nerve-wracking because we did take some heat. Okay. So here we go. Boom. So on the way down here, guys, we get filled right away. So even before the opening range breakout, we got filled on that short trigger, the red line. And my whole game plan was this: I want to break Friday's low. That's it. Once we break Friday's low, I'm going to cover. That's it. Because on Monday, anything can happen. So you have to be very quick to take your profits, or you get trapped like that. Okay. So we broke the red line. I covered right here. You could see it right here. So short triggers below us. Inside open today, guys. Will not be taking the orb. Let's see. Short at 9:33. Going to be patient. Let this play out. Lock in some partial profit here. Watch Friday's low. Let's see if we can break it. Cover some more profits. No greed. Who's banking with me? So that was the whole game plan there. And then you could see we actually popped up from here and eventually V trigger later in the day. Okay. So I know a lot of people took the V trigger. So a V trigger is after your first trigger breaks, okay, you can come back and take it again if it does break. So the second time around was actually a little bit more powerful. It did squeeze through a lot harder. All right. So there we go. So there we go, guys. That was my perfect week on SPY. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. I also did a swing on SPY calls, which made 125%. We got long using the 618 over here. Boom. This one right here went long here. That was a nice winner. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So that was all of SPY. So I covered the swing, and I also did really well on the day trades. Okay, let me just go to the 15-minute because I was discussing about the 100 trade challenge to some of the members. And so some of the new members that are new and they can't keep up with the 5 or the 3-minute, they're on the 15 and they're looking specifically for Holy Grails and Nirvana. So let's go. Friday was a winner. Thursday was a winner. This was chop. This is likely a loser. And then this one here was a small winner. And this one over here, small winner, nothing too much. This one here, big winner. Okay, oh, that's at 11. All right, so pretty decent week for those that are trading the 15-minute chart and doing the 100 trade challenge. There was some nice big winners like going into the close on these bullish days. All right, so there we go. Hit me with an 11 if you enjoyed the stream and if you had a good time. Hit me with an 11. And thank you for giving me your time today. I appreciate it. So I'm going to be doing the seminar with the members at 1 o'clock. So I'll probably go to the gym right now and get ready for the stream. Otherwise than that, you know, tomorrow I'm going to be there with I was going to say Trading Warrior. With Theta Warrior, tomorrow we're doing a live stream for beginners. So please do come through and support and let them know that we have a great audience that are willing to learn. You guys are different, man. I'm going to tell you guys something, man. Between me and you, I really don't like where this community is going these days. It makes me really sad because I've seen over the last 2 or 3 years that everybody is, I don't know if I should be saying this stuff. I just feel like there's a lot more bullshit out there. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to call anybody out. I'm just going to keep it to myself. I don't want to cause no problems. But you guys, I understand where you guys are now. Okay? I understand where you guys come from. Like, I understand why you guys get misled. And I also understand why you're so impatient. You know, when I started trading, guys, when I was in the CPA world and working in the financial sector, I always had patience and discipline. I always thought things are going to take a while. You know what I mean, guys? Like, I always believed in myself that it's going to take me a few years to learn because that's how I was brought up in the industry. Like, it's going to take you a few years to learn, just like you got to go to school and get your degree and get your CPA. All that takes time. Was my mentality. But now I see that everybody wants everything right now. And that's just not how it works. And it's sad because a lot of people will blow up their account doing that. But, you know, you guys that are here, obviously there's something that compels you to me. And I will help you to the best of my ability. That's my promise to you guys. All right. So there we go, guys. As always, check me out at tradingwars.com if you're interested. All 3 of my books are right up here. If you get any one of the books, you get 1 month for free. And I think that's probably the best deal, right? You will have the education and you can come trade with us live. All right. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be creating a booklet. Okay. So let me ask your opinion on this. I'm going to be creating a booklet for the 100 trade challenge. I'm going to create a booklet. It's going to have the risk management guide and it's going to have a table, literally trade 1 to 100. so that I can encourage you guys to track your trades, and you can literally write down like the date, the trade you took, your profit or loss. And I want you to fill in the full booklet with 100 trades. And you can do paper trade or you can do small account. You can do anything that you want. But I feel like we need a little bit more of a structure because I think a lot of people don't know how to get started. So hit me with a 1 if you think that's a good idea. So I'm going to be putting together a booklet. It's going to be called the 100 Trade Challenge. There's going to be one for the opening range breakout. There's going to be one for different strategies like triggers. There's going to be one for each. And it's going to be a nice small booklet. It's going to have 100 trades in the spreadsheet. And it's going to have a risk management guide. And it's going to have a section on what the strategy is. It's going to be very small so you can be focused. All right. Yeah, I'll probably have an Excel and a PDF version for those who just want to print it out and write it out. All right. So let me know in the comments. I'm going to end the broadcast here if that 100 trade challenge booklet, if that interests you, because guys, like, and I know that I don't really have a lot of time. There's a lot of things that I have to run. So if you really, really want it, just comment below. I'll get someone to help me put it together. We'll try to get Derry to help us put it together, but he's been making so much money these days. I don't even know if I can ask him with the fibs. You know how he is. All right, there it is. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow.